Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning to Madam Akila, my supervisor. Today I will be presenting about my FYP presentation with the topic of a review on improving sweep efficiency in enhanced oil recovery at microscopic level. Okay. First, as for the introduction, recently various application of EOR method have to improve the sweep efficiency at microscopic level. In current situation, the use of heavy oil that gain funding for a significant part of the world's oil resource have been the widespread of the interest. In reality of EOR in industry, there are two main factors that can affect the oil recovery. These two factors can be classified as sweep efficiencies and displacement efficiencies. Based on these two variables, several EOR methods have been developed, including polymer flooding, surfactant flooding, and surfactant polymer flooding. As a result, many academics have studied the link between the sweep efficiencies and displacement efficiencies in order to choose an acceptable displacement method. The study in relationship between these two, then the flooding core tests have been done. Then it should be fairness among the sweep and displacement efficiencies. Okay, as for the problem statement for this topic is a review of improving the sweep efficiencies in enhanced oil recovery at microscopic level. There are three problem statements where the first one is how is the effect of the parameters of enhanced oil recovery mechanism at microscopic level, which affected regarding to the water or oil viscosity. The second is what are the parameters affecting the sweep efficiencies in enhanced oil recovery at microscopic level. And the last one is what is the parameters that can be used to improve the sweep efficiencies in enhanced oil recovery at microscopic level and also with high rate recovery. Okay, next, the objective. There are three objectives that will be achieved throughout this FYP, where the first one is to review the enhanced oil recovery method at microscopic level. Second is to review the effect of parameters on the enhanced oil recovery mechanism at microscopic level. And the last one is to differentiate the action on sweep efficiencies at the microscopic level by increasing water viscosity and by decreasing the oil viscosity. Okay. In this literature review, there is two sections which have everyone is three subtopic. The first one is water flooding. As for this water flooding, it is widespread and low-cost secondary oil recovery method for light oil, which have been proved by the experts that have used conventional crude oil enhanced oil recovery, which technique as a model to boost heavy oil recovery throughout the water flooding. In the late water flooding development, the stage of heterogeneous reservoir, the remaining oil is often left in a low permeability zone, unswept by the water and microscopic apertures or throats due to the heterogeneity and varied development condition. As for the interfacial tension, this is the formula for interfacial tension. By reducing the IFT, it is crucial for the component to enhance the EOR from the depleted reservoir. As for the during surfactant flooding, IFT will decrease. The decreasing of IFT have been identified as the major mechanism for EOR, and it is not always possible to establish a good IFT between any surfactant and the oil within the given reservoir. As for the surfactant were used without further purification, and when using chemical EOR, surfactant loss is a major concern. As for the ASP, alkaline surfactant polymer is a method based on alkali surfactant and polymer flooding. Surfactant flooding promotes oil recovery by lowering interfacial tension. Combining polymer flooding and surfactant flood, it can improve the oil recovery. By decreasing the interfacial tension, it will affect the surfactant slug aids in the displacement of the majority of the oil from the contacting reservoir. Okay, alkaline flooding. Alkaline flooding is the improvement for the sweep efficiencies, where alkaline flooding it has been proven to be effective method of the chemical flooding that respond with acidic component. Oil is emulsified into the water phase in alkaline flooding, and the oil droplet either plug drop pores and improve efficiency, or are perhaps entrained along with the flowing aqueous phase. As for the major mechanism for alkaline flooding is the major mechanism for improving sweep efficiencies. During alkaline flooding, there was a penetration of alkaline solution in crude oil and the creation of the water drops inside the oil phase. The second one of the improvement of sweep efficiency is the ASP flooding. As for ASP flooding, the use of this flooding is considered as a boost for the oil recovery industry. As for the goal for ASP flooding, the new technologies is to develop and optimize surfactant and polymer used in alkali free flooding system suitable for reservoir condition. As for the SP flooding has been utilized in the oil block where reservoir conditions are favorable and chemical flooding is feasible. Okay, next is the foam. The foam is a gas in liquid dispersion in which the liquid is continuous and part of the gas phase. It is used in the oil displacement process as a foam flooding or as a mobility control agent to reduce the excessive mobility of the injection gas. And due to its low injectivity, so that foam is direct inject will be difficult for the foam. The higher apparent viscosity for the foam in the coarse pores, as well as the piling jamming effect, eventually it will cause a big pores to get blocked. So the foam can be flow consistently in porous media. As for the methodology, in EOR, in OR and sweep efficiency, we have microbial, core flooding, and also micro model. As for the microbial, this method have the advantage of not disrupting the normal water flood operation. It is very environmentally sustainable and the least expensive MEOR mechanism. As for the core flooding, there are some studies with core flooding being carried out to explore the potential of microorganisms to create biomass and plug the model crack, thereby diverting the path of flooding water to the unswept zone. And as the last method is micromodel, where micromodel is tested showed that water oil particle flow is water oil particle is an important mechanism in alkaline flooding, which is to enhance the sweep efficiency. Since the micromodels is transparent, so that the pore-scale multi-stage displacement could be visualized. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
And madam.
Okay, Syafiqah. Saya nak tanya awak, awak ada refer siapa-siapa punya tak? Untuk buat review paper ni, I mean presentation ke?
Tak ada.
Tak ada Okay, boleh tak kita go back to problem statement? Okay, buka problem statement Okay, so kalau kat tengok sini, problem statement awak kata what is the effect kan? Effect of parameters on at microscopic level, and what the parameters affect the sweep efficiency, and what parameters can be used to improve the sweep efficiency. Tapi kalau kita tengok dekat awak punya literature review, cuba buka literature review chapter 2. Okay, awak tak ada tulis pun apa parameters dia. Awak cakap tak ada parameters, tak ada. Parameters tu macam temperature, pressure, okay, ataupun apa lagi. Apa-apalah interfacial tension ke, tu betul tapi awak tak ada nilai pun. Even cuba awak buka dekat interfacial tension. Interfacial tension kan, okay, awak just tunjuk equation je. Equation dapat daripada mana ni?
Daripada case study.
Case study, tapi awak tak quote daripada mana kan, paper mana. Dia keluarkan dia punya equation sendiri ke? And then so awak tak cakap, okay, awak tak mention pun dia punya effect on the effect of interfacial tension kalau decrease, so what happened to the sweep efficiency? Awak faham tak? Sekarang kita nak tengok dia punya sweep efficiency dia tu berapa. So macam kalau microscopic level kita tahu dia will effect on the macam ni lah, interfacial tension, okay, wettability dan seterusnya. Tapi kita nak tengok dia punya sweep efficiency dia tu increasing berapa persen. Okay, awak faham tak? Awak tak ada figures pun kat sini. So basically sebenarnya table yang kita buat tu, master table dengan review table tu, sebenarnya awak perlu gunakan dia dekat dalam awak punya thesis and also presentation. Sepatutnya tapi saya tengok awak tak ada tu pun. Macam introduction dia, cuba awak buka dekat next slide. Next slide.
Apa dia?
Boleh tak? Next slide tadi.
Sekejap. Saya dah tekan minum, dia tak detect.
Okay, cuba SP flooding. Okay, kalau tengok ASP flooding dengan alkaline flooding, saya tengok awak just tunjuk introduction je, which is macam semua orang tahu. ASP flooding technique can considerably boost oil recovery, which is macam memang semua orang dah tahu, sebab itulah dia propose ASP flooding. Okay, and then goal of the ASP flooding is to develop and optimize surfactant and polymer. So itu kan macam introduction. Awak tak cerita okay, what's the effect of the parameters in the ASP flooding on the sweep efficiency. Tak ada pun. Tak ada figure, tak ada numbers tu pun. Percentage of recovery ke, tak ada pun. Awak macam just cerita dia punya introduction. On the surface je. Okay, semua next. Next. Okay, methodology. Okay, so sebenarnya metodologi ni awak boleh gunakan daripada table awak tu sebenarnya. Okay, so kalau basically basically kita akan nampak either dia akan guna microbial ni, saya tak sure microbial bukan one of the methodology lah kot Okay, microbial dia sebab dia operate dia tambah dekat microbes kan dekat dalam dia punya EOR mechanism, itu je. So methodology usually macam co-founding micromodel tu betul, okay, tapi both of them is the lab studies. Ada tak yang field studies? Ada tak yang diorang dah guna dekat field? Plant ke pilot plant pun ada tak? Tak ada lagi. So awak boleh okay, so awak boleh ceritakan methodology on the co-flooding micromodel and awak sebenarnya boleh kembangkan lah, maknanya which one paper yang guna micromodel, which one paper yang guna co-flooding. Okay, sebab yang ini pun awak just assume awak masih cerita on the surface je, which is semua orang tahu, macam semua orang tahu lah, orang yang buat research dia tahu. Micromodel, micromodel show that water oil particle flow is important. Memang orang macam orang yang buat research dia akan dah tahu benda ni. Maknanya macam tak berbaloi kalau awak nak cerita benda yang orang dah tahu. Awak sepatutnya cerita benda yang dia punya intipati research tu sendiri, okay? Okay, another one is bila saya nak dapat awak punya draft?
Draft saya dah masukkan dekat Microsoft Teams semalam.
Okay, semalam. Okay, and then bila awak nak tambah awak punya, so dah berapa paper yang awak tengok? Reference?
Paper 27.
27. Awak masuk sekali semua dekat dalam thesis ke? Masuk semua Okay, nanti saya nak tengok. Okay, so itu saja komen untuk Syafiqah.